the stress.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Fienz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Shoot, shoot, shoot! All right, now, look at 50 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. As it's through the end zone for a touchback. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Knight. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
'49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Patriot! Gun! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Check. All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Gun!
They get it to him running left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Akeem Hunt, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Looking to throw. Knight. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Detroit!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Knight flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
From the gun, Knight. And that will be incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, Often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
4 down, 4 down. No. Check. Patriot.
Here we go. Oh.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Watch one. Watch the run.
And they'll run it here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Gun.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
Lucky 56.
Watch the screen.
Gun. Detroit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They give him a gain of 38. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Check. Motion out of backfield.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. as his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Shot before break. Knight. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
If you kill it, motion me out.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Knight. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now it's Hunt. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, you got 3 down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now out come the Giants. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete here. So the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. In for the score. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Watch it now, Barney.
To throw on 2nd down. Knight will get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Off the play fake. Knight. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back to throw. Knight. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will get them 1 closer. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets around him. Touchdown, 49ers! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers continue to roll. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
New York set to take the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Knight. He's going to rifle one deep left. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
No, check. Patriot,
that one
Patriot.
goes for 36 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open man right side is Ingram. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Over. Check. 53. Gun!
Throwing on 1st down. Knight. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Knight. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down. Knight buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Watch safety green.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Detroit!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Knight. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. And they'll go on the ground. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Blue 90.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Watch the safety creep.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs.
count. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift from a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh.